Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and happy Thanksgiving weekend to all of you tuning in. If you're anything like me, yesterday was equal parts food coma, family arguments about politics, and of course, three massive NFL games that somehow all felt like they belonged to one man, even though he hasn't been with us for a few years now. That man is John Madden, and once again in 2025, the league made sure his spirit was front and center across the entire Thanksgiving slate. Let's be honest, for a huge portion of football fans under 45, Thanksgiving and John Madden are basically inseparable. You've got the turkey, you've got the parades, and then you've got Madden on the broadcast, either drawing squiggly lines on the screen or getting genuinely excited about a six-legged turducken like it's the cure for the common cold. And yesterday, the NFL leaned all the way into that legacy with tributes in every single game, and I thought it would be the perfect time to walk through exactly how they honored him, why it still hits so hard, and why this might be the most unbreakable tradition in American sports. It really started back in the 80s when Madden and Pat Summerall became the voices of Thanksgiving. CBS and later Fox realized that putting Madden on the holiday call was pure television gold because he treated every game like the Super Bowl and every sideline meal like a Michelin star restaurant. But the real turning point came in 1994 when he discovered turducken on a trip to New Orleans. From that moment on, the winning team on Thanksgiving didn't just get a game ball. They got a turkey stuffed with a duck, stuffed with a chicken, and Madden would lose his mind carving it up on the air. It became appointment viewing. Fast forward to yesterday, and even though Madden passed away on December 28, 2021, the league is committed to keeping his Thanksgiving celebration alive every single year, and 2025 might have been the most emotional one yet. They kicked things off in Detroit with the early game between the Lions and the Bears. Right before kickoff, Fox rolled a beautiful 2-minute package narrated by Kevin Burkhardt, using Madden's own words over the years, talking about how Thanksgiving football is about bringing people together around a table and a television. They showed the old Madden Cruiser pulling up to stadiums, they showed him hugging players twice his size, and they even had that famous clip of him saying, "When you're eating with family and watching football, that's the best day of the year." Boom! And you could feel the broadcast booth get a little quiet after it aired. Then at the end of the game, which the Lions won pretty convincingly, they brought out the first John Madden Thanksgiving Player of the Game Award. It's this gorgeous trophy that looks like a turkey leg made of bronze sitting on a football, and this year in Detroit, it went to Jahmyr Gibbs, who had a monster performance. The Fox crew made a point of saying Madden would have loved Gibbs because he plays the game the way Madden always described it, all violence and speed and joy at the same time. They handed Gibbs the six-legged turducken as well, and he immediately started doing the Madden boom impression, which got a huge laugh from the sideline reporter. A few hours later, we're in Dallas for the classic Cowboys hosting the Giants game. And if anything, the tribute felt even bigger here because this is the stadium where Madden called so many Thanksgiving classics. They actually parked a replica of the Madden Cruiser outside the stadium for fans to take photos with all day, which I thought was a lovely touch. Inside, before the national anthem, they dimmed the lights on that massive video board and ran a montage set to the old NFL on Fox theme, with Madden's most iconic Thanksgiving calls. You had the Brett Favre comeback in '97, you had Emmitt Smith breaking the all-time rushing record on Thanksgiving in 2002, all with Madden's voice layered over the top, going absolutely ballistic. And when they cut back to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, you could tell even they were holding it together. The Cowboys ended up beating the Giants in a game it was closer than most expected, and the Madden Award went to Dak Prescott, who threw for over 300 yards and ran one in himself. When they presented him with the turkey leg trophy on the star at midfield, he actually teared up a little and said, "Growing up in Louisiana, Thanksgiving always meant two things: his mom's sweet potato pie and listening to John Madden on TV." That moment went viral within about 30 seconds. Then we get to the night game, Packers at Miami in Miami. And this one felt different because it wasn't one of the traditional Thanksgiving teams, but the league still went all out. They opened the Prime Video broadcast with Al Michaels, of all people, doing a personal remembrance because he and Madden called Monday Night Football together for years. Michaels told this great story about how Madden refused to fly after 1981, so every Thanksgiving week he'd be on that bus driving across the country just to make the call, and how he'd stop at diners along the way, tasting different pies to decide which one was the official Thanksgiving pie of the year. It was funny and sweet and perfect. The game itself was wild. Green Bay pulling away late, and the final Madden Thanksgiving Award of the night went to Jordan Love, who had one of those signature Packers quarterback performances on a big stage. When they handed him the trophy, the graphic on screen showed all three winners from the day, Gibbs, Prescott, and Love, side by side with the words, "All Madden" underneath. And I don't mind telling you, it got dusty in my living room at that point. Look, at the end of the day, what the NFL has done here is pretty remarkable. They've taken a broadcaster who never played in the league, who coached one Super Bowl 50 years ago, and turned him into the eternal spirit of Thanksgiving football. And it works because Madden never treated the holiday like just another game day. He treated it like a national potluck where everyone was invited, where the food was as important as the score, where a running back plunging into the end zone and a family plunging into a second helping of MASH were somehow part of the same beautiful chaos. Year after year, they keep finding new ways to honor him. The Cruiser, the turducken, the six-legged turkey, the trophy, the video packages, and every time it lands because it feels authentic. It never feels like the league checking a box. It feels like a family raising a glass to someone who isn't there anymore, but somehow still is. So, that was Thanksgiving 2025. 3 games, 3 trophies, 1 legend. If John Madden was part of your holiday growing up, drop your favorite Madden memory in the comments below. I'm curious how many of you have a story about your dad or your granddad doing the Madden impression at the dinner table. For me, it's still the year he declared that the perfect sound in sports is the thunk of a turkey leg hitting the table after a win. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you all had a brilliant Thanksgiving. Hope your team won, or at least didn't embarrass you too badly. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.